with Bleach coming out in October, I was thinking it would be cool if I did Naruto versus Ichigo, until I realized how f***ing insane this topic is, and god f***ing damn it. But I'm still gonna do this project, so here we go. If you haven't watched Bleach or Naruto, then where the hell have you been for the last 20 years? Because these two are part of the big three. That means there are gonna be a ton of fans that are gonna hate me if I choose one or the other, so I can't wait to read the comments. Alright, we're gonna start out with Naruto real quick, and we're gonna move on to Ichigo. Naruto has thrown hands with the likes of Madara, who has the 10-tail chakra and 2 Rinnegan, Sasuke with 6-pass Sage Mode chakra, Fused Moshiki, Kaguya, Ishiki, and Toneri. Most of the characters I listed are Oshikis, who are godlike beings in the Naruto series. This will put Naruto's speed and power in the same realm as these characters, and we've seen them get damaged and even defeated by Naruto. The two characters I want to bring up is Fused Moshiki. Moshiki was defeated by Naruto and Sasuke with only Taijutsu. This easily puts Naruto and Sasuke around light speed. And for some reason you don't believe me, there's a new character in Boruto named Delta who only uses light-based attacks. Or the time when Naruto was fighting Toneri and he was using light-based attacks as well. The biggest difference between the fight with Delta and Toneri is that Naruto didn't have Kurama's help against Toneri. And as we know, the more chakra you have, the more enhanced your body can become. If Naruto was going all out and was in his cloaked Sage of the 6-path mode, I believe that he should be around 10 to 100 times the speed of light. Before the keyboard warriors start attacking me, please let me explain real quick. Throughout the last arc, we have seen just how strong Kurama's chakra is compared to everyone else. Half of his chakra is enough to give the entire remaining Ninja Alliance 3 times of Kakashi's chakra. Created a Bijudama that equaled the power of 6 other Bijudamas combined. It has also been said that Kurama has enough chakra to be able to destroy the entire planet. The reason why I bring this up is the more chakra you have, the more you can enhance your body. Throughout the story, we have seen Naruto's speed drastically increase every time he unlocks a new mode with Kurama. Sadly, we were never given any guidebooks about how fast Naruto can become or any multipliers, so it's really hard to determine where he should be sitting at, but I believe 10 to 100 times speed of light is fair. As for Naruto's destructive capacity, it's easily planetary, and here's why. In the movie the Cloud Village was going to use a cannon to destroy the moon, but as we know, Naruto is far stronger than the entire alliance, and he wasn't even at full power with the Sage of the 6th Path not unlocked yet. And when Naruto was able to unlock 100% of Kurama's power and the Sage of the 6th Path, he was able to damage Kaguya. The fact that Naruto was able to damage Kaguya, who is able to create dimensions with its own space-time, means that Naruto is easily planetary. If you want to know more about this topic, please go to Set the Programmer's channel, because he will explain all of this in much better detail than I can. Naruto also has Baryon mode, which allows him to increase his power in exchange for the life force of someone, aka Kurama. This was enough power to defeat Ishiki in a one-on-one fight. Naruto's main advantage here is that he has the Sage of the 6th Path, Kurama's chakra, Sage art, and a lot of creativity from B-rank jutsu, aka Mochi Shadow Clone. And now we're moving on to Bleach. Let's see how strong Ichigo is. Ichigo is much stronger than Naruto. And this is an version of expectation, as this is my video and I'm going to explain to you with a rant of how Ichigo flat out destroys Naruto. So for all those Naruto weebs, prepare yourself, because this is gonna hurt. There are 2 clips I'm gonna show you right now, and I want you to pay attention to what happens to each character. As you see, Ichigo is reacting to Aizen teleporting behind him and able to counter him. As for Naruto, Naruto is able to conceive Sasuke's teleportation but can't do anything about it. There's a lot of Naruto fans that would say that Naruto was heavily exhausted and his body just was tired from fighting all these fights back to back. And my counter argument is that Ichigo literally fought for 3 months against fused Zangetsu and was taking physical damage, and then fought a 4th form Aizen. Base Aizen was so fast that he speed blitzed Renji, Ichigo, and Bankai and Kumamura. In the same arc, we see that lieutenants are able to react to light, and this is not some one-off. There's many examples of this. At bare minimum, Aizen should be 5 to 10 times the speed of light because Ichigo was able to blitz 3 lieutenants when he was in Shikai. Ichigo then went to Bankai, which increased his speed to 5 to 10 times, which will make him 5 to 10 times FTL. And Ichigo still got speed blitzed by base Aizen. Aizen then kept evolving to different forms, which kept increasing his power. But to hammer down this point, I'm gonna make it only 3 times per form. So if we do the math out, this is how fast Aizen should be. And once again, this is a low ball. This is not even the 10-time multiplier that should be applied to these forms. And Ichigo was finessing the absolute crap out of Aizen in this form. In the Thousand Blood War arc, when Ichigo was facing off against Yuha Bak, Yuha stated that Ichigo regained the powers that he used to defeat Aizen. Keep in mind, Ichigo wasn't even in his Shikai form and didn't even go Bankai yet, so this means that Ichigo should be able to go much faster. A lot of Naruto fans would say that Ichigo doesn't have the raw power to defeat Naruto, and you're wrong again, because goddamn, Ichigo hits pretty hard. Ichigo's hollow alone is a planetary threat, stated by Ichigo himself and Yamamoto. And Yamamoto, by standing still in his Bankai and restricting his powers, was about to destroy the entire Serite. And as we know, the Serite is a parallel world to the Earth. That means it's the same size. And for some reason you don't believe me, when Renji, Yumichiko, Ikkaku, Toshiro, and Rangiku went to the living world with a seal because their power alone would affect the planet. Another example is in the Arrancar arc. Any Espada ranked 4th or higher must go above the canopy to release their full power, or else they will destroy Wakamuno just by releasing it. The biggest indication that Ichigo is planetary level and not more is when Ichigo released his true Bankai and Yuha had to break it because he was afraid of its power. Yuha was not even worried about Yamamoto's Bankai. Then he absorbed Yamamoto's Bankai, then absorbed the Soul King's powers, and he was still afraid of Ichigo's Bankai. That's how insane Ichigo's Bankai is. And the author went out of his way to state that Yuha was a planet buster multiple times. A lot of people keep saying that Yuha was going to do some domino BS to destroy all 3, but in reality he was going to manually destroy all 3 of them and then recreate them to his image. A lot of Naruto fans would say that Ichigo would just get bombarded by thousands of clones, but in reality this will do nothing to Ichigo. If not, this will help Ichigo defeat Naruto much faster, and here's why. So when you use Shadow Clone Jutsu, you equally distribute your chakra. If Naruto summons 1,000 clones, that means Naruto is splitting up his power 1,000 ways. Normally, Ichigo wouldn't be able to soul crush Naruto at all, because Naruto is at least relative to Ichigo's power. But if Naruto splits up his chakra 1,000 ways, that's a different story. If Ichigo was wielding his true Zangetsu, he should be able to destroy all the clones just by flexing his Reaction a little bit. And if you think this is an asshole, then let me remind you, Base Form Aizen was making Grimjow shit his pants just by flexing his Reaction, and he was in base. And Aizen keeps on transforming and keeps getting stronger, and Ichigo destroys Aizen with no difficulties and uses Mugetsu to finish the fight so that he can't keep on mutating. And let me remind you again, Bankai Yamamoto would have destroyed the entire Serite if he didn't held back his power. And Yuha and Ichigo skills above him. But let's say Ichigo could soul crush all of those clones. What would he do then? Well, the simple answer is, all he needs to do is just stab him once and they just pop like a balloon. Ichigo is much faster than Naruto, and every time Ichigo pops one of those clones, Naruto will lose a certain percentage of his chakra. As I said before, Naruto divides his power by the amount of clones he has on the field. So if he loses half of those clones, he loses half of his chakra as well. And if Naruto tries to use his Kurama mode and uses the avatar, then Ichigo can just simply kick him out of it like Jigen did. Ichigo is just that much faster than Naruto. And let's say Naruto goes into Baryon mode. And we don't know a multiplier for Baryon mode, but let's just wank Naruto and say it's a 100-time multiplier. Ichigo simply needs to go into Bankai so that he can match Naruto's new power. And if Naruto is able to attack Ichigo, then it wouldn't really matter that much. Not only will Ichigo counterattack Naruto, but he can also heal himself with high-speed regeneration, and he also has Blue Vein. I'm not saying Ichigo knows how to use Blue Vein, but when he was fighting Yuha, Blue Vein was appearing around his body to protect him, and he didn't even know it was happening. And if I want to be more technical, if Naruto gets hit by Ichigo's sword, Naruto can't heal from it because it's not physical damage. He's hitting the soul. That's why it's called a soul cutter. As we've seen throughout the series, there is not a lot of astral protection against attacks like these, so Naruto doesn't really have an answer to Ichigo's weapon. Alright, that's the end of the video. I just want to throw this out there for both fans. I'm actually more of a Naruto fan. I think Naruto's series is a little better than Ichigo, but in terms of death battle, Ichigo wins. It's not even a contest. And if you agree with me, please like and sub, and if you don't, please just smack the dislike button and just rage on the comments so I can read them. It would be very funny for me. I started a Discord and a Twitter, so if you want to follow me, please do. Beyond that, have a good one and adapt to your environment.